I know you mentioned before we started recording, you are biracial
Hmm.
and your wife is white, and then so your kids are like, I don't even know how percentage wise, but like, you have a biracial household.
Hmm.
Um, for you growing up biracial, how was that experience? And then how are you seeing that, now with your own kids?
Okay, so for me growing up biracial, I think it created a lot of toughness. I was in a really uh, diverse neighborhood, um, exposed to both Black culture and white culture. And, you know, I fought a lot because of it. I wasn't really fitting in with the Black kids. I wasn't really fitting in with the white kids. Uh, was fighting all of them all the time. And, just say something slick. We're gonna fight.
Hmm.
But I always had people's respect in sports, right? And so that was kind of the equalizer. It was like that I'm gonna fight you guys, but in sports, like that was never an issue. And maybe that helped me in sports in some way. Definitely, definitely look at it as a positive. I learned to communicate with a lot of different types of people. I learned what leadership looks like um, by being able to do that and then translate it to sports. Um, and ultimately, it gave me you know, I, I have like my first neighborhood I grew up in was more Black. The second neighborhood I grew up in was a little bit more white. And so ultimately, I think that flexibility in like where I was able to navigate was really positive. Um, so so it's really hard with my kids. It's really hard with my kids because I don't even think they identify with Black culture. I don't think they identify as a minority right now. And that's
Hmm.
part, and I'm really, if I'm being honest between you guys, I'm really always pretty torn about it. I, the when I was even before I had the kids, I was trying to figure out how to name my daughter, and I remember having conversations with my wife, like because, and she's uh, Scandinavian, like we need to call this girl China. We need to call her Asia.
Hmm.
We need, it was like I was trying to go. I was intentionally trying to go very Black or very
Yeah.
like culturally relevant so that the negotiation swung somewhere ethnic. And my daughter's name is India.
Oh,
And I'm
okay.
not sure it struck the perfect balance that I was looking for, but it's a beautiful name. But like like it's always been in my head. And light-skinned folk, we are always like we're always wondering how that's going to reflect, right? Like what that's going to look like, if I make that decision or if I do this or that. And so all that to say, I won't project on, this group, but like it's challenged me over and over again to not think about my own biases, growing up issues, and think very critically about my kids and what's best for them. And that's been a dialogue that goes back and forth, and sometimes I win, sometimes I lose.